Hey guys, it's Cal. Welcome back to another episode of The Worst of Wattpad. Today we're going to be talking about Darkness, which is a Danny Gonzales fanfiction by Toxic Midnight. And you may be asking yourself, Cal, are you using Danny Gonzales' name for the clout? And the answer to that is, you heckin' know it, boys. You heckin' know it. No, but this is just an excellent fic. I think you guys are really going to like this one, especially if you are a Danny Gonzales or Drew Gooden fan. Drew Gooden is in this quite a lot. Um, I'm probably going to be reading a lot more from the text than I typically do in these videos, just because the writing is just so good. So let's get right into it. So it starts with Danny Gonzales. He's filming his YouTube video, and he's got Drew Gooden's Arnold Schwarzenegger cardboard cutout. He's like watching it for Drew because he's out of town. And then Drew gets back. He knocks on the door. Danny goes down to talk to him, and there's something a little off about Drew. Danny's not sure entirely what it is, but he's a little different. It says he seemed more brooding than normal. And so he says, hey, Drew? Danny's voice turned concerned as he lowered the camera so he could have a private conversation with Drew, away from the viewers. You okay, man? That's when Drew finally spoke up, in a monotonous voice. You are mistaken, Danny. I am not Drew. I am Dark Drew. Danny realized this must have been one of Drew's sketches, so he raised the camera back up to film his friend. Oh, Dark Drew? Don't you mean Drew Baden? This is not the time for jokes, replied Drew in a booming voice. This is the time for doom! So, Drew is evil. He is Dark Drew. He says, Danny stared into the camera and blinked in confusion. I still don't get it. Are you, like, rebranding or something? I mean, I don't know why you think you have to have a dark persona. That's kind of ripping off the gamers, but suit yourself. For the last time, this isn't about some pitiful YouTube channel. What? Danny was only more confused. Drew didn't seem to be playing around. He never talked about YouTube like that, especially not his own channel. So they talk a little bit more. Danny's trying to figure out what Dark Drew wants here. And Drew says, This is about gaining power, you buffoon. But I shouldn't be surprised that you're confused. I wouldn't expect you to understand the struggle for power. Your fan base is the fastest growing army, after all. Yep, that's true, Danny addressed his viewers. But don't look that up. Oh my god. And then they talk about, like, struggling to rise back up after Vine died, you know. And then Danny asked Drew about his vacation. He says, what happened on your vacation? I thought you were just going to look for arrowheads to add to your collection. No, my arrowhead collection is a pathetic hobby of the past. Only insufferable weaklings will keep such ornamental clutter around. Danny gasped. He was shocked. Arrowhead collecting was one of Drew's favorite secret hobbies, other than making funny videos. He really had changed. I feel I've seen most of Drew's videos, and I don't, does he collect arrowheads? That's nothing that I've ever heard about. And if that's just something they made up for the story, it's just such a random hobby that they picked. But, Drew Gooden, if you ever watch this video, comment down below, do you secretly like to collect arrowheads? But anyway, Drew goes on to say that while he was on his vacation, he found something called the Orb of Supremacy, and it says whoever stares deep into the orb will be granted knowledge and power. So he says he got a vision. It says, it opened my eyes to what I need to do. I need to become the first and only channel on YouTube, and I know just how to do it. How? Danny stuttered. Isn't it obvious? He flicked open his butter knife? How would you flick open a butter knife? Well, he flicked it open, with an ill-meaning grin crawling up his face. I'll stop at nothing until I wipe out all other YouTubers. Drew! Danny gasped in horror. Do you even hear yourself? That's insane! So Danny thinks that Drew might kill him at this point, but Drew says that he contemplated it, but he says, "In your case, Danny, maybe it's beneficial to keep you around. You may be of some use to me. After all, the old Drew had sentimental feelings in regards for you." So then instead of killing Danny, he like hypnotizes him with this scepter that he has, so he will become Dark Danny, and he does. He becomes Dark Danny, and Drew, he can control him now. And he says, "Okay, this is Danny now." He says, "Yes, Dark Drew." He took his phone out from his pocket and deleted his own channel. Let's together kill. So yeah, Danny and Drew are gonna together kill now. They go off, Drew, or Dark Drew, takes Danny off to his new secret lair. It says it's a deserted Walmart in Kentucky. And he says, "Welcome to Walmart, Dark Danny." Danny looked around in awe at the huge building that acted as their fortress. "Whoa," he breathed, "this place is epic." Now, don't get too excited. It's a Walmart, but I suppose once I fix it up it will do the trick. Here we have all the resources we need to take over the world: supplies, items, objects, things, and Wi-Fi. Cool, what's the password? Dark Drew scoffed. The password is none of your concern. Danny tried typing in "none of your concern," but it wouldn't connect. Oh, is it all lowercase or... No, you imbecile! Dark Drew interrupted. Forget about the password, it's a trivial thing. We have more pressing matters at hand. And then Dark Drew and Danny, they get prepared to go out. Drew says they have to make a stop before they, together kill. And they hop on over to Thomas Sanders' house. And they hypnotize Thomas Sanders into Dark Thomas as well. So they've got their whole former Viner YouTube crew ready to go take over YouTube, and we get into the next chapter. We flash back for a little bit to see Drew turn into Dark Drew while he's on his vacation. We also get a little bit where like Amanda's missing. She went off on like some mission or something. I don't know. Amanda's not here right now. Drew's kind of sad about it, but he's Dark Drew now. He doesn't care about anything anymore. And then after that, we go back to the present, and the former Viner evil crew is heading over to Shane Dawson's house. They get there, and Shane says, "Wait a minute. Hey, aren't you that guy from the Road Work Ahead Vine?" And Drew says, yeah, that's me." "I love that Vine," Shane said excitedly. "Thanks, I guess. Anyways." "OMG, I have an idea," interrupted Shane. "While you're here, let me interview you. I need to know the story behind the Vine. What do you say?" "No!" Drew scoffed. He was tired of only being recognized for that one Vine. He wanted to be known as the guy who was taking over the world and YouTube. Was that so much to ask? He slayed Shane Dawson with his Chuck E. Cheese automatic token launching machine gun. "And for the record, the road didn't work ahead. There was construction. I had to take a detour." So Shane Dawson's dead now. They've killed Shane, which is the first step in their quest for Drew to become the only channel on YouTube. And then after that, they proceed to kill Jake and Logan Paul. And then they go over to... They're going to stay over at Danny's house. Drew drives them over and says, "Oh, hey, this is my place," said Danny excitedly as they arrived. "Excellent observation," Dark Drew said sarcastically. "This is like a sleepover," Danny squealed. "That is exactly what it isn't. We're just staying here for the night so we don't get caught." Danny and Thomas ignored what Drew was saying, and were already jumping on Danny's bed and explaining all of their latest adventures to Nutcracker and Arnold, who attentively listened. "Fools," Dark Drew muttered under his breath. "You think being under my dark spell would make them less bubbly." "And then we went to an actual real-life Walmart!" Drew heard Danny exclaim. "Listen!" Drew shouted, finally catching their attention and getting them to stop jumping on the bed. "Calm down, we need to formulate a plan." Because of course they still got lots of YouTubers to murder, guys. The next one on the list would seem to be Colleen how do you say her name? Ballinger? You know Lily Singh. Her. So she's sitting, it opens with her sitting, she's watching a video about Shane Dawson getting murdered. They don't know who's done it yet. And she says, "This is horrible," she said in disbelief. "Who could be so vile?" "We can!" shouted Dark Danny gleefully, appearing from under Colleen's bed. "Danny," Dark Drew groaned, emerging from his hiding place behind the curtains. "We weren't supposed to reveal ourselves yet." Dark Thomas popped out from within Colleen's closet. "Well, we're here now." "What are you guys doing here?" she asked, alarmed. "Well," said Dark Danny, we're here to cry with you," Drew interrupted, not allowing Danny the chance to spoil their plans. "How did you know I'd be crying?" Colleen is, or Miranda Colleen her, she's a little suspicious of this. They have a little more back and forth, and then Danny kills her, like you do. Then they head over to get JoJo Siwa. They delete her channel, they kill her, and then we've got this. "Well, gentlemen," said Dark Drew, "we better head out. We have so much more work to do." They all jumped into the car, fired up and ready to head for another mission. Next stop, Billion Surprise Tours headquarters. Ooh, can I do this one?" Dark Danny jumped up and down in excitement. Dark Drew shook his head. He'd forgotten about Danny's emotional attachment to this channel. It could prove to be a conflict of interest. He'd better reroute to the Walmart and drop Danny off where he wouldn't cause any trouble. "No, Danny, I'm sorry. I think I need to do this one on my own." He pulled the car into the parking lot of their evil fortress. But they're my mortal enemies! They almost got my channel taken down!" I know. You and BST have a history, but I just can't trust that you'll actually get the job done." And then we've got he drops Danny and Thomas back off at the Walmart so he can go take down Billion Surprise Toys. And then we've got the most recent chapter that's been updated so far, which is mostly Danny and Thomas. Once Drew has like driven off, the mind control gets weaker and they start to try to make some kind of like escape plan. They're like kind of trapped in this Walmart, and we get a little bit of Drew over at the Billion Surprise Toys headquarters talking to that fridge from the Johnny videos. So that happens. And also we get Danny and Thomas, their plan, since they can't get out, is they make a YouTube video to put on Danny's second channel, To Danny Too Furious, because he hasn't deleted that one yet. He only deleted his main channel. He says, "Hey, what's up, Greg?" Danny greeted. "I'll tell you what's up. Drew is holding us hostage. Dark Drew, that is. I know this sounds like a joke, but it's not, I promise. I'm here with Thomas Sanders." "Sup," greeted Thomas. "And Drew is using mind control on us. We managed to break free, but we're not sure how long we have. I know all my videos are me being sarcastic and joking around and lying and pretending to be things I'm not, but you have to believe me. We're stuck here in this scary Walmart and we can't leave. We need someone to come help us before Dark Drew gets back. Please, hurry!" He pressed the button to stop filming. He forwarded the video to Thomas so he could upload it as well, because I think Thomas also puts it on his second channel. Luckily, Drew wasn't subscribed, so he wasn't monitoring either channels. Drew, how rude. You're not subscribed to Danny's second channel. And that's all we have for right now. The author says that she updates this every Monday. I'm recording this today on, guys, what day is it? It's Friday. So it'll be updated in a few days, and maybe we'll come back to this one, see how it's going on. I realize this fanfiction is very likely not serious, but it's just so good. I couldn't not do it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode.